Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. How's everyone doing? I got Maggie with me today.
Yeah, we're like just a duo today. Yikes.
Wonder where everybody's at. I know Bridget. She's got a friend. She's got to pick up and take to work.
Good morning.
Out help, out helping people. Let's see. I need to go find the chat.
Looks like Hank is there.
Morning, Hank. It's been, I'm not going to say it's been busy, but it's been pretty good this morning. eBay's been kind of knocking off a couple.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
I just have 3 going out, 2 Posh and two eBay and 1 Poshmark. So not the best haul for a weekend.
I think I have 3 Posh, and I think I have 6 going out for eBay.
Wow, that's great.
So it's not my 20 that I always make a goal for, but hey, beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, it's just crazy because I get so down and Michael will say to me, just don't worry about it, because then some days I'll be taking 10 packages and other days,
Right.
I never do. I mean, I never do 20 or in a day,
Right.
but it just comes and goes. You just can't ever.
You can't pinpoint it.
No.
Because that just is not going to work.
No.
You never know what you're going to get. So just, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And,
No, because
that's why I'm so thankful that, I have Poshmark, because, usually I'm going to get a few over there, and, and if eBay's not popping off, then, I get it from somewhere else.
right.
I
And I always have those Amazon FBA. That's always churning
Right.
around in the background. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I really did. I liked Amazon FBA, but it was all the beast was always hungry. I mean, you
Right.
always just have to keep on feeding it,
And that's hard. Yeah. We try to get a box off once a week.
Yeah. I
Um,
think that's a good goal.
and then as soon as a box hits and starts getting checked in, older stuff starts to sell.
Right.
And then as soon as I do, well, now I've been using that automatic repricer, which I'm going to keep at the end of the period, because that just as soon as that hits in the morning, things start older, but it's not, as older stuff starts churning up. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Morning, Sally.
Good morning, Sally.
Hi.
Why are you so quiet?
Morning, Diane and Cindy.
Do you have a voice?
Yeah, I do. I just don't want anybody to find me.
Oh.
Because I'm off for 2 days.
We won't tell them where you are.
You're off for 2 days, and they already need you?
Teresa's stuck in the UP right now.
Uh-oh.
Stop it.
Well,
so I guess you have to be far away to get stuck.
I guess.
Time to go far away.
Oh my gosh. Come to Kansas. I looked outside, and my driveway is like a complete sheet of ice. Like,
oh, great.
It's just ice. There's no snow. There's little bits of snow here and there, but for the most part, it's just ice. So I called my mailman, or texted my mailman, and said, hey, now you can, so I had to take my trash out this morning, which was interesting.
Mm,
But I
yeah.
went in the yard, I stayed on the snow, and I was okay. So I text my mailman and I said, "Hey, if you want to just park on the road," I said, "and let me know that that you're here, I'll bring the packages out to you."
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Where do you usually put them?
usually I put him in my landscape box that's in
Mm.
front of the house, and
Oh, okay.
he'll come into the drive and then park his car and get them. But yeah, so I'll just take them out to him or put them on the put them on there. I don't want to put them out too early because I don't want somebody just to come by and say, "Oh, look at that."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Um, so so let me describe to you what I drove in last night.
Oh my gosh.
I've never done this. Like since I've been here, this has never happened. This kind of a blizzard. So I wake up at regular time. I had looked outside earlier and it wasn't, it was blowing around a little bit. Trees were moving, but blizzard, yeah, come on. So so when I got ready to leave, um Brandon's been going out with me because our van door doesn't close all the way, and so you have to push it. You have to push it closed
Oh gosh.
because it's jarred or something to where it doesn't line up right. So anyways, he was asleep and he's been trying to start the van for me and stuff before I, get ready to go, but he was asleep last night. So I go outside and I'm like, man, we already got like a bunch of snow. There was like a big, drift and everything, and you could see you know, where it just drifted all over the place. And but as far as like blowing snow, it was blowing a little bit, but it wasn't anything I couldn't handle. I get started out. I was able to make it out of the driveway fine, down the road fine, and I could tell as soon as I got to the end of the road, I could tell that it was already picked up.
Right.
It's so crazy how the weather can be completely different from here to there,
Right.
but it totally can. And then the difference between here and the store, it's crazy. So I get out on the main road and I start going and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's really whipping,
Yeah.
and I see the snow drifting in the road, across the road and stuff. And I'm like, okay, so I'm just, gonna go slow. I keep driving. There's a 3-foot drift in the side lane.
Uh-huh.
I'm in the center lane, but
Right.
there's a 3-foot drift
Oh
on
no.
the side of me. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad I'm in this lane,
Right.
because I didn't even see it until I was on it.
Oh my gosh.
And then, and so I get there and everything, and just all night long, the canopy was rocking, the wind, like it would be crazy. Like 1 minute it would look calm, even though there was some wind. It would look calm and it would stop blowing snow for a minute. And then man, it would just kick right back up. And I know it had to get at least to 60 miles per hour last night.
Wow.
And that snow would just blow, and then I couldn't see on the other side of the pumps.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how white out condition type. Yeah, it was just like 1 second it was fine, 1 second I couldn't see.
That's crazy.
But I guess they pretty much couldn't handle it last night, like road commission and stuff, because this morning I mean, there was nobody on the road. I had 2 customers until 2 o'clock.
Wow.
And then I had some, had some after that. But until 2 o'clock, I had 2 customers. There was nobody out. I mean, I'm glad, but there was nobody out. And so there was a guy that came in this morning, and he said, "Yeah, did you know there's like a drift right down the, a little bit down the road?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, I passed it last night whenever I came to work. It was about 3 foot high. And he says, "Well, it's not there anymore because I busted through it. It was like 5 foot high."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He says, "I busted through that damn thing and scared the shit out of me."
Oh, jeez.
He has a big
So
old
he
truck.
didn't.
It's
He
the
didn't do
guy
it
that
on. He
picked me
didn't
up
do
the
it
other
on
day.
purpose.
He didn't see
No,
it in time to
He
avoid
just
it.
he just hit it because he
he
didn't.
didn't see it.
Yeah.
He
Wow.
just thought it was like, whiteout or whatever.
Right. Right.
And I mean, because it pretty much was, but
Right.
he just didn't see it. And he said
Jeez.
scared the shit out of him. But he said, yeah, it was at least 5 foot tall. And I said, well, it was 3 foot tall last night when I came to work
Oh
at
my
11.
gosh.
So,
I don't understand why in situations like that, when they know that an area drifts like that, why don't they do something to
I
block
don't
it?
know. I don't know. There was no trucks out last night. I didn't see one damn truck.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not going to say that they weren't out because they probably were, but I don't know where they were because they weren't here.
Right.
I didn't see any trucks until 5:30 this morning.
Oh, it's crazy.
So
And,
I wonder if it was worse, up the road maybe, or
well, I know that from Grayling up, they closed it. They closed
the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who knows, who knows if I mean, I think
Good morning, Milky Bar Kid.
Milky Bar Kid.
That's
Mm.
an interesting name, but good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, it was crazy. Anyways, it was, and like everybody that would come in, I'd be like, how's the roads? And they would be like, oh, there's drips. There's, this road is shit. This road is not. There's nothing done. So, I mean, from what I heard, and I know somebody that went all the way to Grayling back, and then all the way to Gladwin and back. So 30 miles or 30 minutes this way, 45 minutes this way, and nothing was done in between those places.
Wow.
Crazy.
Like, I'm not gonna say nothing was done. Like, you could do something like push the snow onto the side, and it'd probably be back 5 minutes later.
Right.
That's how bad the wind was. So
Diane is saying she's off today because they're having a blizzard. I don't know where Diane is. Where are you, Diane? Tessa's here. And Cindy.
Where's Deb at this morning?
I don't know.
She was around earlier.
Hi, Hank.
I know Bridget had to take a friend to work, so that's why she's not here. But she's near Utica.
Oh, New York.
Oh, okay, New York.
Yeah.
You're up there with Bridget and Deb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
That's
got
crazy.
a lot of wind today, but it's nice and sunny out. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some blue skies, but it's cold. It's like
Morning, Joanna.
10 without the wind chill, and it's windy. So it's cold. It's cold out there. At least the sun's shining. I think it's supposed to get up to about 29 or 30 today, so.
Oh, Deb's having a problem with their printer.
Oh. On a Monday morning, that's kind of rough. So, you got many packages going out this morning, Sally?
I have 5.
Sweet.
Great.
Yeah.
There's a sighting.
Exciting. Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
Yep. Good morning. Johanna says, spent all weekend cleaning up the house. Gonna do some dry canning today, I think. Sweet. I have no idea what that is, but you have fun.
Well, I'm assuming that it would be like putting stuff together for like a meal, but it's all dry ingredients. I don't know. I could be wrong. I busted my knuckle earlier.
That's right, Hank. He was sighted. He was a sighting. He was spotted in his natural habitat. Johanna says, yeah, it's canning in the oven, beans and rice. Dry canning beans probably. Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, it sounds good.
But it's not like cooked or nothing. It's just like beans and rice in a jar, right? I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Me neither.
Yeah, I have not a.
But you
not a clue.
see that all the time. Like there's people that sell like homemade canned stuff, and it's like, and dry ingredients for chocolate chip cookies, or and all you have to add is like the butter and egg and shit. But
To store for 10 to 20 years. So I'm lost.
You're canning things, and then you're going to store them for 10 to 20 years?
So how does that preserve them? I mean, wouldn't you think that stuff would go bad after?
So you're not cooking it.
Right. Hey there, Miss Kelly.
Good morning,
Hi,
Kelly.
Kelly.
Thank you for my necklaces. They're beautiful. What's the necklaces off of Kelly? They were really, really pretty. I wore one yesterday.
Awesome.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, Nikki.
Hi, Nikki.
Said I'm going to do rice because I have half a cabinet full. So basically, you're just doing that to keep it so it doesn't go bad, and you don't get like weevils and stuff like that in it. I'm assuming.
So you're just putting the rice in the jar and tightening it down to where it can store properly.
Sounds good.
Okay, so she said, I don't know. She says, no, it's just to have for future use. The oven kills any bugs. Then the lid's sealed down, giving itself life until I use it. Okay.
So then when you use it, do you pick the dead bugs out?
She says she's going to make a video for us. Oh, good.
Okay, that's good.
I'll watch it.
I'll watch it too.
I'll watch it too.
Make sure you post it in the squad.
I'm very interested in that.
I am too.
I think that's. I mean, not that I would ever really do anything like that, but it's good to know.
Mm-hmm. Who is
good
it?
To be in the know. Yes.
Who's doing that?
Johanna.
Oh.
Sweet.
Glenn, I looked at these labels. I just printed the wrong one for this.
Karen says she's preparing for a zombie apocalypse.
There you go.
I watched Walking Dead this morning. It was really good.
It was really good. It was a
Ah,
good.
I haven't watched it yet.
You haven't watched it?
No.
No, so no
Dang
spoilers.
it, Nikki.
Huh?
Dang it.
Yeah.
Okay, hang up now and go watch it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's right, Hank. She said I drank a whole 48 ounces of water today so far. Any minute now, I should look and feel like a brand new human. Any minute now. Oh my gosh.
You know, I do this thing to where, like, I'm gonna be like all about drinking water, you know. Oh yeah, I'm gonna drink water. I'm not gonna drink pop anymore, you know, all this stuff. And I'll drink so much water until I feel like I'm going to pop. And like it makes me not hungry and everything. I can feel it working. But I am so sick of water. I just want to freaking throw up.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I like these mix thingies. Because I
Yeah.
don't like I don't do water.
No,
I
me
don't do
either.
regular. I don't like. I have to have. So it has to have some kind of flavor to it.
Just
Well,
regular water makes me nauseous.
you guys, Brandon hasn't had water, like straight water, in well, let's see. When was he in Colorado? Uh
2006
4,
maybe.
5, 6.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
2005, 2006, something around there. He hasn't
Yeah.
had water since then.
Wow.
He does not drink water. He says that it makes him sick to his stomach.
Wow.
It makes him nauseous. Just a little amount.
Yeah. That's crazy.
If like he has to go to the hospital for any reason or anything, and they say, "Oh, you can have water." No, I don't want water. Can I have 7-Up or something? No, we can't. You can't have any of that. You have to have water. No, I don't want anything.
You can keep your damn water. I don't want it.
That's just how he is. I'm like, oh my god, and you call me stubborn. Hey, I'm just glad that I got him to start eating salads.
Right.
You know, he used to not want anything to do with lettuce, or he doesn't eat tomatoes still. But he'll eat like cucumber and broccoli and stuff like that, and you know, he likes it with everything. He likes it with shredded cheese. He likes it with little ham chunks and
Eggs.
yeah, eggs.
He's in a disguise today.
You're in disguise, Mallory said. Let me see what he's up to.
Why is he dressed?
He's the wolf in sheep's clothing, right?
Come on. Get in here.
But
Oh my god, it's so freaking cold out. It's gotta be below 0. Oh my god. Oh, sorry.
You plowing again today, Nikki?
Huh?
You plowing again today?
No.
No.
I just let the dogs out.
hey, Miss Summer and Beth. Glad everybody made it in. Secret Agent Naked Man. There you go.
Oh.
Where's Todd?
I don't know.
And where's Tom?
I don't know.
Tom, where are you? He's
He's
probably
in
taking
today.
somebody to work or school or something.
I know, he talks about me giving everybody rides.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he does a lot of that.
It's got to be a real kind of cold for Nikki to say it's cold like that.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so cold.
I get in there beauty sleep. I tell you what, I did not want to wake up this morning.
I didn't
I
either.
I I didn't want to wake up. I was kind of like, in that in between.
Oh,
I was I was sleepy, but I just wanted to stay in bed where it was warm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, okay, enough of this. You gotta get up. You got things to do, people to do, and things to see.
You can't sleep your life away.
No.
nope.
Kelly says I'm up at 4 a.m. every morning. Now, are you a full time reseller, Kelly?
Kelly, yeah, she made a big announcement the other day
What the heck?
on her channel. Yep.
Wow. I'm impressed. That's impressive.
It's a huge step.
Yeah. My first day as a full-time reseller was on April 1st. I quit my job or I left on April 1st, and it was the best thing I ever did.
Yeah.
So
I'll be right back. I have to go find some stuff in the eBay room.
okay. Yeah, it was yeah. It was scary. It was so very scary. And I didn't even I mean, I wanted to do it, but Mike really wanted me to do it. I mean, he just, he thought, you know, it, it
Encouraged
it's
you.
yeah, I mean, he definitely supported me. And there was a time like I had done it for maybe a month, and I started feeling the crunch of, okay, this is not, because before it was like that anything that I made off of eBay, that was my fun money, and I would save that to go out to California and see the girls and stuff like that. And, you know, and then now I had to replenish my income, so I actually had to use that money to pay the bills, and that was a hard transition, you know.
Yeah.
But your
Kelly
husband is
says her husband
furious.
furious. Oh no. Yeah, I never had
Well,
the guts to actually quit my job to do it. Once I retired, and then I can. Kelly, I wore the like the purplish pinkish one, and I put a picture of it on Instagram, and I tagged you. So look at your Instagram, you'll see which one I wore. Um, yeah, so for me, it wasn't scary because I was retiring and with a pension, so I just had to
No.
jump over into. But I find that I work more hours now than I did when I was working.
oh,
Yeah.
heck yeah, you do.
Yeah,
But, it's for me,
Different kind of work.
it took a long time to really kind of figure out uh the whole thing of as far as like, yeah, you're going to have to put more hours in, but you're going to be at home. You
right,
can come and go as you need to, but you still have to work. You can't just go lollygag around and, you know, like you
Yeah.
don't got a job or anything. You have
right,
to be committed to
right.
Well,
You're
work.
not going to get that paycheck unless you, yeah.
and you lost that second income like almost right away after you started full time. Mike passed away pretty
Yeah,
soon after you went full time.
I started full time in April, and he died in August.
Yeah, so you didn't even
So
have a year under your belt or
no,
nothing. No.
no,
So you had to
no.
be the only bill payer and everything moneymaker instantly, almost instantly. So you didn't
And
have
that was
you
that
didn't
was
have that
really
time to figure it all out.
that was really really difficult,
Oh
because
man.
I was in that funk,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah,
like I didn't want to do anything.
Yep.
Um, and Sally's like, well, you got to you've got to
Yeah.
get up and you got to get moving. You got to get things going. And
Yeah.
oh, thank you, Kelly. Yeah,
Yeah, you had no choice but to make it work.
I had to. I mean, thank goodness, for that really, because that's the thing that helped me, get through it, and definitely the YouTube channel and you guys, and
Yeah.
that's what helped. 10-hour days at home with my dogs is equal to 1 hour at the old job. That old
Yeah,
job was hell.
that's
Yeah,
true. And for
just,
me, just the, I'm sorry. For
no,
me, it
you
was the
go.
commute. It was like 3 hours a day on the train, just going back and forth. It was,
No.
such a waste of time.
Yeah, and for me, it wasn't like I could have gotten another job, as I really did not. I was with this job for 7 years. It was the only job that I had since I lived here, but we lived in such a remote area that I would have to, if I wanted another job, I would have to drive
Yeah.
an hour and a half to 2 hours to the bigger city, to work in a hospital or something. And I'm just like, I can't. I'm not going to do that. I got to make this work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were a professional, so you had something to fall back on. But yeah, it's just so far to go to do that.
Good morning,
Your work.
everyone.
Morning, Deb.
Oh my God, I just wanted to. If my printer had a neck, I would have strangled it by now.
Uh-oh. The tutoring is taking a big chunk of my time. Travel time. Huh. So you're going to them and tutoring somebody, and then yeah, that is a lot of time. But, when you're out, and if you're, make use of that time. Go do some sourcing while you're out, and you can kind of kill two birds with one stone type of thing. Utilize that time. But Kelly says, Maggie, what's your Instagram? Maybe I'm not following you.
Oh, maybe not, but I tagged you, so you should see me on your you should see it on your your Instagram news feed. But anyway, I'm Thrift Shop Fashionista. But if you look at your likes and stuff, you should see, unless you get a whole lot of messages and comments from people, you should see. Yeah, she sees it.
That's so pretty.
Oh, it was a fabulous necklace. They were Chico's necklaces, I think.
Uh-huh.
There's another one that's blue too, but I love those necklaces that are the multiple strands, with all the little dangly bits. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with them. Thanks, Kelly.
That's awesome, Beth. Beth says she would not be able to I would not be able to tutor my niece if I was working outside the home. She's made huge progress in 2 weeks. Well, that's the thing is, when you're out and about, this is what I try to do, so the day that I'm going to be out, I try to put in other stops that I can make, so to make the trip worth it. So that's what I said. My auction tomorrow will not have any more of the wire necklaces.
Oh, that's okay. Those other
yeah, so
now when you were working though, Valerie, you did a lot of traveling, right? Did you do home healthcare?
I did. It was nothing for me to travel 300 miles a day.
Wow.
Oh.
Yikes.
Because just to get there was 60 miles, and then I would go, up to another 150 miles to a customer's, because we basically served clear from from St. Joseph to actually we actually served or serviced part of Kansas and then into up to the Iowa border.
Oh, wow.
And so it could be, you know, if I had to go to a patient's house, I could potentially be going 150 miles, you know, to that customer's house. It was crazy. It
Yeah,
was
that's a
crazy.
lot. That's a lot.
And it was just for a long time it was just me. So I was the only respiratory therapist, and then I was, you know, traveling all day doing all that, and then I would have call all night, and sometimes I would get called in the middle of the night. You know, a lot of times I would get called and say, you know, my CPAP's not working. Well,
Oh,
you know, and I know that there's a lot of people that can't, you know, they can't sleep without their CPAP.
right.
I know that, you know, but we weren't allowed to supply them with another CPAP in the middle of the night. You know,
Right.
we would basically just say, you know, do the best you can, you know, sit up in a recliner and try to get some rest, and somebody will be out tomorrow. But if I, you know, and that was the thing also, if I had to be out servicing another, you know, person 150 miles away, I might not be able to see that person.
Right.
So it was a crapshoot most of the time. But it was a lot of stress, and I was getting sick, and it was not worth it. And then the money, you know, the money part of it, it really was not. Once we figured out that we'd be actually saving money with me staying home, that
Right.
was just like kind of like the bottom thing. Hey, Lori. Good
Morning.
morning.
Hey, Lori.
Good morning. How's everybody today?
Oh, we're still kicking.
Yeah, me too, just not as high.
Yep, I hear you. So you got your event tonight, right?
Yes, I do. It starts at 8 o'clock tonight, runs till 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
8 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
So,
Well,
Yeah.
tell
So
about it.
if you're not, Lori, type a couple of words in the chat. So if you're not following Lori, click those three dots and follow her. She's having a special event tonight to raise money for her dog's surgery.
yes.
Um, it's to have his kidney removed.
And a tumor, yes. He's got a tumor that has pretty much destroyed his right kidney. His kidney
Right.
has grown about the size of a softball. So,
Oh my goodness.
Can you show the dog?
he's laying down over there, but I'll find a
No.
picture. I'll find a picture of him. How's that?
Yeah.
He don't like to be picked up. He gets a little testy. So
What Kelly asked, what kind of dog is he?
he's a min pin. He's a standard min pin. He's not the toy. He's the 22-pound min pin.
I think I called him a Chihuahua. Whoops. Sorry.
Well, that's Bambi.
Looks like a Chihuahua to me.
But there he is.
There he is. That's Tanner, right?
That's Tanner.
He's a cutie.
Y'all still hear me?
cutie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's another one. This is my favorite one of him with his ears up.
Oh, he's so cute.
So, but yeah, we're calling it the Tanner-thon 2019. So
Tannerthon. There you go.
And you're staying on, you personally, for 24
yes,
hours?
I am. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Lots of coffee and help from, my sister's going to come over for a couple hours tonight. And my son will be here tomorrow because he's off work on Tuesdays, so he'll be in and out.
Do it on a Google Hangout, so in case you can invite people, they can come on and keep you awake.
I don't know how to do, I'm not sure. I might have to do that from my phone because my nephew said, well, Teresa's nephew, might as well say mine, set me up with that OBS where you can broadcast simultaneously to different locations. So
Awesome.
So hopefully it's either going to broadcast to my Thrifty Picker page or my personal page. It's very touchy, and if you change it on one, it changes. It's just, but the link still goes to whichever one it's going to be broadcasting on. I did
Okay.
find that out.
So as long as you have the link, you
yeah,
should be good
right.
to go.
And
Okay.
we're going to do it for my personal Facebook page. I set up an event there for it so people can find the either the YouTube link or they can watch it on Facebook.
Okay.
There's a donations tab that's going to be. It'll probably be on the Facebook page. We'll have to put it. OBS setup. I didn't set it up, Johanna. It was my nephew. It was just a software program that he downloaded into my PC. Which that's another thing. We're going to be moving everything out here into the kitchen because it's a bigger area. So I got a lot to do today. But that's
so what do you have planned for the 24 hours?
I've got several pieces of jewelry that I have accumulated throughout my adventures as a picker. And it's costume jewelry. It's some of it's a little vintage. It's earrings. It's necklaces. It's bracelets. And it's just, stuff that, that I would either sell on eBay or Etsy or, at a yard sale, just whatever. And I figure, $3 a piece for each piece and $3 for shipping. And, you can get, or if you don't want to do that, you can just donate. So it's just, just something. The only thing I really had a large quantity of to try to do this with. So yeah, there'll be some costume jewelry, some modern jewelry. So it's just a little bit of everything.
Cool. So are you gonna be having the band or anything playing, or?
I wish. I think it's just going to be me and the camera, and we thought about that, but with it broadcasting to YouTube, the copyright issues and all that, so
right.
We couldn't do anything like that. And with such short notice, I thought if I had more time, it would have been more extravagant. So we would have had, me and Lacey maybe do a comedy act or something like that. But right now it's just me on for 24 hours and the dog's probably barking in the background. So, and going from piece to piece. It's almost like one of those pop-up jewelry sales, only, live for 24 hours.
Right.
So, somebody else wanted to come say hi. Oh, she heard y'all talking. This is Bambi.
There's Bambi.
Hi, Bambi.
He's so cute.
She comes running whenever she hears you all talking. She has to have her screen time.
Oh, she's
Hi, Bambi.
Please help my brother.
She's so cute.
Yeah. See, he's my stepbrother, but he's still my brother. And
Hey there, OJ.
You guys are.
Good morning, Glenn. Morning, Jason.
Joanna, he has a tumor that's destroyed and swollen up his kidney, his right kidney, and they have to remove both the tumor and the kidney. So
Your best said Bambi suits her. It does. She looks like a Bambi, doesn't she?
She does. Totally.
when she was a baby, she looked like a little. She was so small, she literally fit in the palm of my hand. She looked like a baby deer because her ears were bigger than she was. At that time, they stuck straight up. So.
Aww.
But now she's
so
got the floppy ears. So, and she, every time I'm on the line, she thinks it's time to get in front of the camera.
She's a star.
Yeah.
She said, I got to let them see me. They want to see me. I got to let them see my audience here.
Yeah.
We're waiting.
She's a self-proclaimed YouTube star, aren't you? She's a little brat. So
They're going to see whether they like it or not.
She just lays here and makes herself comfortable. So
there you go. Looks like she's going to just fall asleep.
Yeah. But she's the only one Tanner plays with. We've got baby girl, Hope. She's a little rat terrier, and he don't want nothing to do with her. We've had her for 8 years, and He's just so mean to her sometimes. He growls at her. Of course, she growls back. But with Bambi, he plays with her. They wrestle and carry on. And I don't know. I
You
guess
know,
he thinks it's his baby or something. I don't know.
dogs are truly
Aw.
God's gift to people.
Yep.
What's that?
Very true.
Dogs are truly God's gift to people.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they are.
You know, it's like when some
Morning,
people
Sue
say,
Ann.
it's just a dog. No, it's not just a dog. They're
No.
your furry children. So,
Yes, they are.
I mean, they depend on you to take care of them.
Yep.
They take care of us. I mean,
Yeah. Right.
I know if I'm sad or if I'm not feeling good, the dogs are right there to take care of you. They're right there to lick you, and
Yep.
you know they lay by you and make sure you're okay. They watch over you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I'm sick, all three of them piled up on me. You know,
I
it's like,
honestly believe
the
if anybody came and attacked me, Lugnut would take them down. I really do
Yeah.
believe that. You know,
Oh, Bambi would too. She would try.
yeah, they're truly here to help us and protect us, and yeah. And
And
if you're sad,
if I'm
it
sick,
makes
I'll
you
be
feel
laying.
better. Yeah.
If I'm sick, I'll be laying there. Tanner actually guards me. He won't let anybody near me. He
Yeah.
growls,
Aw.
just like, nope, can't touch my mommy. She don't feel good.
My dog Gus, well, I love you. My dog Gus, he was so smart. When I had my 4 knee surgeries, and the girls would be helping me and doing whatever to my knee, lifting it or whatever, he sat right by that chair and did not move an inch, and unless he had to go potty, of course. But otherwise, every time the girls did anything with my leg or Gary, he sat there and watched them like a hawk, and that was his family. You know, he knew they weren't going to hurt mom, but he made sure they didn't. You know, he sat there and he watched and would not leave my side at all.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had dogs all my life, but these three have been probably the best ones. I've had good dogs, but these three probably, they're just something else. They definitely bring joy to people's lives.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, huh. You gonna lay here on the table all morning?
Yeah, dogs, no matter who they are, they just make me smile. I just love dogs.
I do too. That's like I went the other day with my sister Kimmy because she's wanting another dog for her husband, and they had the adopt-a-thon there at the PetSmart, and they only brought in just maybe 6 or 8 dogs, and there was one little one she wanted, but some other lady had claimed her. So, but they had some beautiful older dogs, and one that had skin condition. There was a pit boxer mix. It was just a beautiful dog, and then they had a white pit bull. And people just give them dogs, you know, a bad rep, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I thought, man, if I had a farm with a giant outbuilding, I'd have doggy doors all over it, and I'd adopt every one of these dogs and just take them and put them in that big old clay place and let them have at it.
I could definitely be a dog lady. If it wasn't for Gary keeping me grounded, I could definitely be a dog lady.
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to go visit the dogs at the pound just to go say hi and visit with them.
Uh-huh.
And I just wanted to take them all home.
Yeah. I hate seeing them in cages.
I would leave there and I would be crying so hard. Gary's like, "Why do you do this to yourself?" And I'm like, "All they want is love, you know."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm just trying to give them some love so that they feel better, you know." And I just was crying my eyes out. He's like, "You got to stop." He told me I couldn't go there anymore. He's like, "You got to stop going there." He goes, "It's terrible for you. It's not bringing you joy."
Yeah, when I was a kid, there was a guy that lived down the street that he would set his dog out there in the morning, just and tie it up and leave it out there, and it'd be 95, 100 degrees outside. Half the time, it didn't have any water.
Yeah.
And I kept telling my mom and dad, I said, if he don't take better care of that dog, I'm going to steal it. You know, I was like 12, I think. And I'd go down there and I'd sneak it. I'd fill it with water bowl, you know. And he kept doing it and kept doing it. Next thing Mom knew, here I come in the door with that guy's dog.
Oh my gosh.
But Dad knew the guy, and he went down and talked to him. He said, because Dad was a maintenance man here, he said, you have got to start doing better with this dog, or we're going to report you, you know, or take the dog. So, but, you know, some people just look at him like that. Oh, it's just a dog, you know.
Right.
Oh, mercy. Yeah, I think pit bulls get a bad rep, flipping. I really do.
Yeah, they do.
Because any dog
I,
can turn, I think. I mean, it just.
Oh yeah.
my
Oh
sister-in-law
yeah.
and her brother, and her boyfriend, I mean, they've had pit bulls and pit bulls and pit bulls. And, I would feel sorry for anybody that, when they were alive, I would feel sorry for anybody that tried to hurt my children.
Right.
Because they would have went after. But they were so mild and gentle with my children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they were such good dogs.
I mean, granted, there are cases where they have turned on their owners,
Oh, yeah.
but they don't know what causes that. They don't know why, because there's some people that's had pit bulls, since puppyhood, and they've had them for 15 years, and then next thing you know, they're getting mauled.
Right.
But really and truly, I mean, that could be in any dog, really. I mean,
Oh
how
yeah.
many how many dogs have turned on their owners? They just don't make the news because they're not pit bulls. I had a dog turn on me and bite
Suppers.
me, one of my dogs. He
Oh,
was my
there.
little baby,
Okay.
slept with me and everything.
I got frozen
And
over there for a minute.
I had a dog that was like my baby and slept with me and everything. He turned on me and bit me.
Mm-hmm.
He was a wiener dog, so it wasn't like he was going to kill me, but
Right.
he still bit me. He still turned on me, and I had rescued him from the pound, and I treated him like gold, and
Yeah.
and he treated me like gold. And then one day, yeah, he turned on me and bit me, and yeah, you just never know. I mean, any dog can do it. It's just pit bulls made it in the news,
Right.
Right.
Pit bulls.
Well, it's not just them. I mean, all dogs they can snap, but
Sure.
pit bulls were used in the 1800s or back from the 1800s back for nannies.
Yeah.
I mean, there's documented.
Oh.
What
Better work on
happened?
the connection before tonight.
What happened?
She got kicked off or something.
Oh.
Yeah, so come to the Tannerthon at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Guess I'll finish at 4.
Computer keeps freezing for some reason, or the screen keeps freezing.
Huh.
I don't know. I'm doing it again. This is not the one I'm going to be using tonight. This is my laptop, so I got bringing my PC out here tonight. So
That's good.
yeah, this one don't have enough CPU to run that program. I don't think.
Why would it do that?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, flipping, you can come to work with Tanner. He gets a little aggressive every now and then. He does not like going to the vet. Well, he does now because we take him to McDonald's afterwards, but we had to associate something good with all these visits he's having to go to.
No.
So now he gets chicken nuggets. Oh, there goes his ears. Ice cream, fries. He's going. So, but he gets testy from time to time. Oh.
That's so weird.
What?
I'm trying to. So I. So I printed a label for this item, but it's still showing. I don't know. I'm confused.
It's still showing as not shipped.
Right. Like they just bought it. Well, I've already printed a label for it. I don't know. It's just but it doesn't like have that in my queue where it says awaiting shipment. It just has it up on the top where it has the little bell.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
weird. Mine does that from time to time. It's like
freaking me out here.
Okay.
Oh, I bet, OJ, that's got to be horrible. I'm glad you're here, though. Relax.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Kick your feet up and stay a while for.
You know, no matter how much people have taken care of with their estate, there's still so much crap to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely miss you, OJ.
Well, I'm glad that wind died down. I come home and part of my fence was knocked down. I'm glad I noticed it because it's the part where I let the dogs out.
Oh
They could have
gosh.
got out.
Yeah.
So I told my son, I said, "You got work to do tomorrow, boy." He's like, "What?" I said, "You're gonna fix my fence."
Yeah, the wind was bad here too. Probably not as bad as you guys, but
Oh my goodness,
so
it's
bad.
horrible here.
I mean, when
I know
like,
it got up to 60 miles per hour last night.
Oh yeah, every bit.
ours didn't damage anything, but it was windy enough to like cut you like a knife. It felt like, you know.
And this tree I've got out here, it's probably 200 years old. It's as big around as this, or bigger than this. I got a round kitchen table. It's probably bigger than it. And it drops limbs like crazy here. But I got a big, thick tin roof with insulation and foam and all that. And it sounds like the whole tree's falling. It could be a limb about that big around.
Wow.
Like, woo! You get up there, it's just a little bitty thing, you know. We think the whole tree's coming down.
I know. I have ones that do that too. It's like I think something just came through the roof and go out there with a little twig.
Twig, yeah. Because I'll send Corey up. I'll say, "Corey, go up and check the roof." He's like, "Mama ain't nothing up here but sticks." Every now and then we'll find one about that big, but it's so dead that it just kind of crumbles on impact. It's like,
yeah.
So,
wow.
Now it's crazy. When my dad lived here, he did have one. A big chunk of the tree come off and went through his shop.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. But luckily it's still standing, because if it falls, it's taking out the whole right side of the house and the one across the street too, because it's huge. It's a big poplar tree.
Oh,
white
wow.
poplar. And they're only supposed to let them get no more than 100 feet in a residential area. And I guarantee this thing's almost 200 feet tall.
Oh my gosh.
They're big. All of them around here are huge.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like the younger trees, they drop big old limbs, but you know they're. It seems like they go dead faster or something. I don't know, but the older trees, it seems like just a little twig here and there.
Yep.
Now,
Came already?
Well, OJ, you know, my prayers and thoughts to you, because I mean that's number one. You know, your father passed, and you know you're still grieving that, and then have to deal with, you know, the estate and all of that. You know, that's just hard. That's just really difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
But also, you know, I know that the greed comes out, and you know, but I've heard of people, you know, spending their, you know, a lot of years, 20 years, you know, fighting in court because they want, you know, this from the estate, or they want, you know, they want so much money. And sometimes it's just better to just, you know, let them, you know, have whatever they want, and get on with your life, and you know, get on with your grieving and everything like that. So I don't know. That's just, you know, but also, you know, I mean, you also feel like you want to fight for that too. So I mean, it's kind of hard to deal with. But you know, sometimes you just have to let it go and just move on.
I told my kids what they get when I'm gone, and if they fight, I'm coming back to haunt their ass.
Yeah.
And I will. I already have it wrote down. Lacey gets this, AJ gets this, and if they want to work something out between them, that's fine. But that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Which I told Lacey she gets the majority of it because AJ's bad for pawning stuff. So.
Well, you know, and that's the thing is you don't want to spend 20 years of your life, you know, going to court also. Sometimes it's just better just to, you know, cut your losses and move on, you know. But well,
I've given him most of the real estate, so he is happy for now. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I'd rather maintain our relationship. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you hate to give him everything, but yeah.
But truthfully, if he's being that anal and that greedy for all of that, you know, you're probably not going to have much of a relationship. You know, so sometimes it's just better just to cut it and let it be. I know that's hard to do because that's your family, and you know, and now that your dad's gone, it's, you know, that's who you want around you. That's, you want family around you.
Yeah.
And everything, but I don't know.
That's like when my mom and
I had
dad
to liquidate all these cars. Oh my gosh.
Boy. When my mom and dad passed, it was all of us kids knew what went where. Like my mom's rings went to my oldest sister because we thought that was the right thing to do. She was now the matriarch of the family.
Right.
And certain things the dad's went to the oldest brother, and then he had a Marine ring while my other brother was in the military. So it was only right that he got that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all got a little bit of something, and that was how it was worked out. And we didn't fight over it. I mean, I got the trailer, but that was only because nobody else wanted it, and I'm the only one that really grew up here, so
right.
I was happy with that. So yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So I don't care. And I got one of Mom's coats, you know, and it still smells like her. I keep it, you know, protected.
Yeah.
So, and I got some of her cooking things, and that's what I wanted. And,
right.
You know, so it's just, I don't know. We never experienced that greed or that fighting, you know. There's 5 of us, but you know, I know other families are different when there's a lot more involved as far as monetary stuff goes.
Right.
It brings out the green-eyed monster of greed.
It brings out the worst in people.
Yeah,
that definitely is the truth.
Yeah. Good to see you, Angel. Good morning. Yeah, it's. I told everybody when my dad passes away, don't anybody come near me, approach me about anything, because I need time. Don't even. I said the first thing that's going to happen if you do that is you're not going to get squat and you're going to be kicked out of my life, because if you're that much of a greedy bastard, I don't even want you around. So I told everybody to stay the hell away until I'm ready to do something.
Right.
You know. Because I imagine when my dad passes away, it's going to be devastating. And, and
you're very close to your dad.
Yeah, and I don't know how I will handle it. And so, yeah, I just told everybody the best thing to do is to just leave me alone until I'm ready to deal with it.
Yeah. Because you're the last survivor of that family, correct?
Yeah.
So
well,
I mean, you know,
have
and that
brother in Michigan, but yeah, I'm the last one of the 3 children.
Right, and so you would be, you know, you're going to be the executor of the state.
Yeah, I'll be the only one to handle anything. Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it's all up to you whenever you're ready to do that.
Yeah.
You know, so you just you do what you need to do.
Luckily, he's got everything figured out and everything, so I don't have to.
Right, you don't have to make any major decisions.
No, everything's done. He's done everything. paid for his funeral, everything. So I mean, yeah, there's going to be some stuff I'm going to have to do, but most of it's taken care of. So
Yeah.
I am lucky that way.
Right.
And I'm not going to have a huge bill to take on or anything like that. Like Gary's grandpa, he had his all paid for. We had to pay a small amount for like inflation or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's exactly called, but there was some little whatever, but it wasn't that much money. So
Right.
yeah, considering how much a funeral costs. So
Right.
yeah, and there's plenty of, he's been a member of the church for so long. I mean, I'm not going to have a hard time finding food and stuff like that for it,
Right. Right.
So my dad was very well
That'll
off.
make it really good, because then, I mean, you're not going to have to worry about all of that. It's basically already going to be done and taken care of. So,
Well, he saw what I went through with Gary's family, and they didn't have nothing done. They didn't even have money to pay for it. Me and Gary had to pay for 3 funerals, and my dad's like, there is no way I'm putting you through that.
Okay.
Thank you for the big old box of leggings and clothes.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Brandon tried to model them for you guys, but I wouldn't let him.
Oh, gee, that's terrible.
Really now?
He was like, I can model him, and he stuck his leg out, and no.
No.
Well, you're always welcome to come in here and vent and talk to us, because we're here for you.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
We welcome
even if you wanted to talk to somebody in private, that we are all be available for you.
Yeah, we're all here.
Yep.
All just a phone call away.
Yeah. Yeah, I thank God that my dad's planned everything. I mean, yeah.
Well, that's just going to make it, a lot easier for you, so you can focus on, you're going to have a lot of emotions going on. So
when that happens, like when my mom died, we just went through the motions.
Right.
I mean, it was like, if it wasn't for my cousin Kathy, who's just a sweetheart, I just love her. She's like an old Italian mother. You just can't help but love her. Anyways, she called us and she's like, all right, what's going on with the food? And we're like, oh shit, we planned everything but the food. I mean, if it wasn't for her, people wouldn't have had food at the funeral. I mean, we didn't even think of it,
Right.
and I mean, if it wasn't for my dad, none of us kids would have been able to really give such the information for the obituary, and my dad just rambled off dates and everything, and it was just amazing how he just rambled it all off, but you just go through the motions and you're so numb and it's so hard to think, And so my dad has taken all that away. I don't have to worry about any of that. And
that's right.
Thank God for it. So because that's how people get taken advantage of too by these funeral homes, because they're so numb and they're not thinking, and they're like, oh, well, would you like to do this? Sure. Would you like to do this? Sure. You're just agreeing to stuff, and
then you end up with a $30,000 bill for a funeral.
Yeah. It's horrible.
I told my kids when I passed, I want to be planted with an apple tree so I can throw apples at people I don't like.
There you go. Yeah, and I told Gary, I said, we got to start paying for that and getting this taken care of for our kids so they don't have to deal with it too. I mean, if you want to give your kids any kind of gift, do that, because it's horrible to have to deal with all that crap. And then he had to deal with Jamaican funeral homes and all that baloney in the U.S. and stuff just to get his body. God, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, you're trying to mourn and you have to deal with all this BS, bureaucratic.
I want my ashes to be put in a pot plant so I can continue to make people happy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Plant me as a tree.
and mess with your mind.
What? Oh, I mean a Pop-Tart. That brings you out of your. No, you can't have.
Yeah, and all this stuff. I
Oh,
mean,
no.
estates and stuff. I mean, it takes years. My brother died. What, 6 years ago? No, 8 years ago. The kids are 8, so 8 years ago. And I mean, they just closed his estate. So he had a business and everything. They just closed, and there was no fighting, no none of that stuff. But yeah, they just finally closed the estate. What, like a year ago? I think it was. I mean, it was crazy. It's a long. You've got a long haul ahead of you, Jason. I'm so sorry to break it to you, but man, you got a long haul. Everybody's got their damn hand out, not just family members, but everybody. Everybody that he ever done business with, everybody who, yeah, you've got a long haul ahead of you. I don't, I feel sorry for you.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Oh. Oh, geez. Well, that would have been a good idea, Jason. But people don't think right, you know, like my brother, he was married for over 20 years. And well, ended up being the divorce. He had a different girlfriend. Like, not get over here. He had a different girlfriend, and he was going out with her for probably a couple of years or whatever. And my dad took her to the funeral home to plan everything. And he had always said that he wanted to be buried, not cremated, because he wanted the worms to eat him. He was joking around, you know.
Okay.
But that's just the way my brother was, you know. He's just a jokester. Well, anyways, but in order to have him buried, he's down by himself in a plot all by himself. My dad said if we cremate him, he can be buried on top of his mother. And then my sister would have been buried on top of my dad, but she's on top of my mom right now. But anyways, and I said, if he would have known that he was going to die and that he was going to spend eternity down in a plot by himself for eternity, you know, he would have definitely said, yeah, cremate me and put me on top of dad or on top of mom or whatever. And but she said, nope, that's his last wishes. He wanted to be buried and blah, blah, blah. Well, my brother's biggest fear in life was to be alone. He never wanted to be alone. And so I felt really bad afterwards because he's down there by himself. And and yeah, so I was kind of upset by that, but yeah, people don't think about stuff like that when this stuff is going on, and they're upset and everything else, you know. So it brings out, death brings out the worst in some people, and a lot of fighting and a lot of crap.
Hi, Borderline Hoarders.
Good morning.
Hi, Bridget. I said it. You just didn't hear me.
Good morning, Bridget. I heard you. I just didn't want to interrupt Nikki.
Yeah. Hi, Bridget.
That's all right. I'll interrupt Nikki any day.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
How's it going? You have to take somebody to work?
Yeah, the postmaster of the post
yeah.
office I go to, she had to drop her Jeep off at the mechanic shop to get inspected and stuff. So she had asked me Saturday if there was any way I could pick her up there at 9 and take her to work. It's like 5 minutes both places, so it's not like it's long. So,
Yeah.
I mean, she helps me out a lot. Like if I have to go to an auction on the weekday, like I could just drop off all my packages with her before she opens. She'll meet me there early, and so.
That was funny. I seen that Berline Hoarder said, Todd, I see my favorite pair of hairy hands. And then I look up and I don't see Todd's hands anywhere. I don't even see Todd on the panel. And I'm like, maybe she thinks that's his hands, but it's actually my face.
Oh, I see him on the panel. He's here.
He is now.
I'm here.
But he
Can
wasn't.
you hear me?
Hey, Todd.
Yeah.
Why am I so soft?
Did you just say you thought maybe she thought it was your face?
Yeah.
I think she did.
Sally.
What happened?
Can you hear me
What I
okay?
missed?
Obviously,
Yeah.
Sally's got a hairy face. So I
We
don't
can
know.
hear you, Todd.
We hear you, Todd.
Hey, Todd.
Do you hear and obey or just hear?
Just here. I don't obey.
Oh, okay. I'm checking.
Just letting you know.
It's always good to check because if that ever changes, I got jobs for all y'all.
Count on me.
Anytime soon, then.
OJ said I missed your knuckles, Todd.
Hey, Laurie, I just got back from the vet. I got some more insulin and syringes. That was just $94.
Wow.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It is. What's 94 times 12? That's a lot of
Jeez.
money a year. Well, the syringes aren't every month because they get 100. I don't know. Crappy old man going broke on dogs.
But loving every minute of it, right? And you love your
Yeah,
dog.
pretty sweet.
You gotta love your doggies.
Yes, we do. Hi. You guys cannot have my Pop-Tart. Not good for you. Not good for you, but it tastes good. Oh, here she goes. Wants to be back on screen. Okay. There she is. There. Tanner, I can't pick you up. You're too heavy.
Gwen got the dogs on those huge dog beds. It's about this. It's almost the size of a twin bed. I mean, Izzy weighs 30 pounds and she only takes up about 1/10 of it.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Thelma.
Well, at least everybody, they can all have a corner, right? And not be touching each other.
Well, no, Izzy's on it, and the other two dogs are in on the bed.
Of course.
Yeah. Tanner takes over the dog bed. Nobody lays on it when he's near it. He guards it. It's his. Oh.
I've got a little old. It's actually a cat bed. It's a it's a pet bed, but it was made for cats. Or Elvis will get in there and just curl right up. I mean, his head won't even fit in it. He'll just his head's like out of it, and then his body fills it completely up. But he lays in it. He's fine with it.
Hi, Julie.
Julie.
Yeah, we have 2 dog beds. Tanner gets one, and the other 2 fight over the other one. So he likes his in the kitchen because that's where we sit a lot. He likes to be in here when everybody's in here. He's gonna miss something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still keep her in my prayers, Julie. I hope another all clear too.
Let's see.
You know, recently, I mean, I hate to talk about any more bad news, but one of Brandon's cousins, his daughter had problems with her leg, and she's only 12 years old. She plays baseball and basketball and pretty much every other sport, and does some cheerleading too, and she's just, very much into school sports and everything. They took her to the doctor to see what was wrong with her leg, and she had bone cancer.
Oh no.
And so they've done her surgery. They had to, take that bone out and replace it with another a rod or something, or replace it with something anyways, and then do skin grafts and stuff like that. And but she's walking, and she's I guess she's on her she's close to her last chemotherapy treatment.
Oh wow.
So, but she's lost all her hair and everything, and it's so sad to see people that young go through that. If it, at any age is sad, but especially that age, it's like, oh my gosh.
So
Right.
they got all the cancer then?
Yeah.
Usually with bone cancer, I mean that's wow, I'm surprised. They've come such a long way with cancer.
Yeah.
Because I remember back in the day, I mean, we had a friend who had cancer, bone cancer, and yeah, I mean, it was a death sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had
That's amazing.
my son had a friend in high school, and same thing. She was about 14 when they found it, bone cancer in her leg, and
Yeah.
they thought, and she was in remission for, oh my gosh, until she went in remission when she was like 15, and she was in remission until she was 18, and it came back, and she died at 19.
Oh wow.
I mean, it was just quick.
Yeah, and like Joanna said, usually bone cancer in the leg, they would have taken off the whole leg. Yeah.
Yeah, it was in her lower leg, and they or her, I think it was, I don't know if it was her knee and the lower leg part, or if it was just in the lower leg. But anyways, they were able to not take her leg.
Oh,
Right.
So they were able to
Horrible,
just
okay.
scrape and take bone and all of that. It's
Well,
crazy.
it would be a lot harder to, or actually, it would be a lot easier to take the lower leg and reconstruct it than it would to be the upper leg and and do that. But I mean, like you said, they've come so far, and there's so many good doctors out there that and so many procedures that they can. They just come a long way with the whole medical field, of that.
I couldn't even imagine that, OJ. He said, here's news worse than anything. A couple in our former church lost their daughter to cancer about 7 years ago. Then they lost their 2 remaining sons to overdose within the last year. Can you imagine?
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't even imagine it.
Yeah. That's
horrible.
On a different
Man, we're on a roll, aren't we?
Like my dad said, when my brother died, you were not supposed to bury our children.
No.
Right.
That's not the way life is supposed to go.
Right.
Yeah. And that's a different, he said, I was devastated when my wife died. He said, but there was nothing ever like when I lost my kids.
Right.
And he buried my brother and my sister, and I can't even imagine what he went through.
Yeah.
That's just like last week, there was a little girl from Mason. She was in 4th grade. She was diagnosed with the flu on Tuesday and passed away on Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, flu's nothing.
I couldn't imagine, ever burying one of my children.
So I keep telling God, I was like, if you're going to take me, at least wait till after my dad's gone.
Yeah.
Not do that to my dad.
Yeah.
Well, on a different note, Thelma Thrift said she found a very interesting watch, Todd.
Oh. Do tell Thelma.
Yeah, give us the specs.
And Todd's not even there.
Of course he's not.
Watch? What?
Weird watch.
What you got, Thelma?
Should probably show it on a video. You have to watch your channel.
Yep.
I'm gonna make you watch for the video.
Mm.
Oh yeah, she might have.
I hope everybody's having a good morning. Sorry about the. You know, sometimes you just have to talk about that stuff, though.
Right.
And even though it's not,
Well,
even though it's
real
not
life.
the, you know, the uppity, you know, motivating, you know. But I mean, in a sense, that can be a motivator also.
Hi,
You know,
OJ.
Bye,
I
OJ.
mean, that's,
You come and talk
you
to
know,
us anytime. We love you.
Keep
know,
in
You're a good
touch.
friend.
sometimes that's
Mm-hmm.
what you got to talk about.
Yeah, right,
Well,
Hank.
You
It's
know,
real life.
that's what's on the agenda, and you know,
it's real life, and unless you live in a hole, we're all going to have to deal with it at
Yep.
some point.
absolutely,
Yep.
absolutely. Oh,
You know, like when my dad had planned everything and he wanted to talk to me about it and stuff. I'm like, Dad, I don't want to talk about this. He's like, you have to. You have to talk about this. You have to get it all figured out. You have to know what's going on, you know. I was like, well, can't Gary just talk to you?
that's right, Kim. I think
I'm
it's
the big
motivating
girl
because it
grandpa.
makes me want to hug my kids harder. Absolutely.
I'll take care of you.
I don't know.
Well, I can see your dad wanting to talk to you too, because
Yeah.
if you know when the time comes, he probably didn't want Gary to say, "Okay, your dad wanted this, this, this," and you say, "No, that wouldn't be what my dad wanted."
Yeah.
You know, so that way you're there to hear it yourself.
Right,
So cause any tension between you two.
right.
Yeah.
Thelma Thrift says an Ernest Burrell mid-century cocktail watch. It sounds expensive.
And go, Todd.
Mm. It's a what? Where is? I don't see it. It's in the side chat.
Yeah,
It's
that's
in the
about where
actual
things.
chat.
That's where things would be, is in the chat when they talk about stuff. Good morning, Todd.
Hello.
He's like, shut up, punk.
I don't see it.
Uh, Here, I'll make it a little easier for you. I'm gonna try anyway. You still don't see it?
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Good
Good
job.
old Ernie Borrell.
Nitty Gritty Picker says, what happened to one of the OGs of YouTube reselling who had cancer? He was on the show with
Dana,
Dana.
he
Yeah,
died.
he passed away. Yeah. He I mean, he was in LA. And he did actually get to make the move. He bought a house in Lake Isabella or around there, and it was more, you know, rural, and he wanted to set that up for his wife. And you know, he was able to make that move, and you know, I would think that, you know, he got to enjoy the last days of his life, you know, looking at, you know, some scenery, and he was a very smart man, and he did a lot of different things, you know, in his life, jobs and everything. But he was very knowledgeable, and he let you
Yeah.
know it too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he just had that personality, you know. But you know, yep, he. I tell you, I mean that stuff. Death is pretty random, and it doesn't matter when your time comes. Your time is, you know,
Yeah.
it's just the way it is.
He would always have something new to tell us about, like how he was setting things up, you know, like when he died, he wanted his wife to go in there, get on his computer, be able to see, like where all of his accounts were.
Yep.
So he had them put all in one. There was some kind of website or something that you can put all of your usernames and passwords down for whatever websites,
Mm-hmm.
and it would save them and be like in a locked,
Yep, you could lock
in
it.
pretty much a lockbox or whatever,
Right.
but on the internet. And so he had one of those for her for when he died,
Right.
so that she could get into his PayPal, she can get into his eBay, all of that.
Yeah, he had it all set up. I mean, that was his main goal, in his last days, was to make sure that, she was taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
So well, I got 2 more sales, so
Yay!
Good.
I think I got 10 going out.
Awesome.
Awesome.
4 on
Where'd you
Posh
get
and
sell? Oh,
4 on Posh, and I sold a bathing suit, and I sold a secret item, and
Secret
I
item?
have a secret. I have a secret item now. And yeah, and then some other stuff. So
Okay, I'm gonna be texting you.
no, you can text me all you want. Text me all you want, baby.
But I'm your sister.
Yeah, I know who you are.
I'm gonna have to find me a secret item and then keep a secret from you too. Which
I also have a secret item that I won't tell anybody.
What the fuck is going on here?
No, I do. I've been selling this item for 3 years, and I will not tell anybody what it is.
I have a secret item, Victoria's Secret.
No,
Not something I wear. This is, yeah.
Mhm. Okay, Laurie.
Oh. Actually, I don't know.
Don't tell it.
I'm
No.
not.
Oh,
I'm not.
It's your secret item.
It is
This
my
is
secret
my luck.
item.
This is my luck that I find a secret item, and then I'm so excited because it actually sells.
That you're gonna tell me.
I'm gonna tell you guys. And then I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe I told you guys because that was my secret item.
From the rooftops.
That would be my luck.
Oh yeah, when I do what I sold videos, I'll skip right over that item. I won't even show it. Like, nope.
I have some secrets.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't like secrets.
Well, too damn bad.
They're
Sorry.
the devil.
Oh, stop it.
Mm,
Please.
you're just trying to keep stuff from me. That's all that is.
You're married. You have secrets.
There you go.
No, I don't.
Oh, come on.
No, I don't think she does. I think she puts everything out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
You make a good reality TV star, Sally. Lay it all out there.
Just make sure nobody tells Sally any secrets because
I know.
you don't want it out there.
That's what I used to say about my daughter Lacey when she was little. You couldn't tell that kid to keep a secret. It's like a walking PSA.
Mom bought you a Nintendo for Christmas. Oh, I forgot I was supposed to not tell him that.
She's gotten better over the years, but when she was little, it'd go into her ears and straight out her mouth. Like, now it's like talking to a megaphone.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't know I wasn't supposed to tell anybody. Nobody told me anything. Well, did we say it was a secret? Yeah, they did say that. Oh, yeah.
Then you need to look it up in the dictionary, the meaning of the word secret.
No, if you want me to keep a secret, you have to say, "Don't tell anybody,"
Right.
and then I won't tell anybody.
That's a key word right there.
We had a
Yeah.
friend that her name was Amy, and we would say, telephone, telegram, tell Amy, because
Yeah.
Hank says, naked man certainly has no secrets.
yeah. Unfortunately, some secrets like that he could keep to himself. He doesn't have to show us all.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, that coffee tastes so good this morning.
I'm drinking vanilla chai tea. Oh, so good.
I'm drinking black coffee.
I haven't been able. I get in these moods like where I can't drink coffee. It makes me nauseous. Just like the smell of it will make me nauseous, and then like that'll last for about a month, and then I'll be able to drink coffee. It's weird. I don't know why.
It's weird.
If you want to continue to do that, I'm putting you in there.
But I'm not as tired today as I was yesterday. So.
Oh, I'm glad. I was worried about you yesterday.
Oh my God, I couldn't stay awake. Like I was literally just sitting on the couch trying to list something, falling asleep.
I do that sometimes.
Oh, I just couldn't. And I never, ever take naps. I just can't take naps. And for me to go to bed and take a nap, I mean, Chris just, boom, he's in bed sleeping like right away. He takes full advantage of that because he knows that only happens 2 or 3 times a year.
You had a rough time the day before. It was a long day.
It was a very long day. And usually when we drive that far to an auction, we'll stay at a hotel.
Right.
Like we won't drive all the way back. We'll drive there. We'll spend all day at the auction. Then we'll stay at a hotel and then drive back the next day. But we did everything one day. So it was a long day.
And then it was bad weather coming home, right?
It was really windy, very windy, yeah. But our garbage can stayed on the deck, so I'm glad for that.
Well, that's good.
Because he's like, I'm not playing the pick up the garbage can from the ditch game all day. But the gusts are down now. They're only like 60 miles per hour. So.
Well, that's good. I mean,
what were they?
75.
Oh my gosh.
Yesterday they were up to 75 miles per hour.
Oh my gosh.
Ours were like 60 last night, and I was having a cow.
Oh my gosh. Sally, you know, because we live in the same type of house. I'm sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden the whole freaking wall starts shaking.
Yep.
Kidding? Oh yeah, Lori does.
God.
Like,
Windows rattling, walls are breathing.
However, I have to say this place is pretty insulated because I didn't feel any cold air coming through at all. So,
Yeah, that's
well, yesterday I'm sitting here and my I got that one of those hood fans, but it doesn't work or anything. And Frankie's Finds was telling me that I needed to cover it up during the winter because, like, I was sitting here and all of a sudden there would just be this big old wind gust and it would rattle on my pans on the stove, you know, and it'd freak me out. And then, like, I could hear the wind howling outside, and it was like, oh my God, it's gonna be pretty bad. And then, see, here it was like windy when I went to work, but until I got onto this road that goes the opposite way, I didn't really realize how windy it was. When I got on that road, I was like, holy shit, it's gonna be bad. Then I got to the main road and I'm like, oh, it looks, you know, pretty clear. Well, I start driving and I passed by a 3-foot drift on the road. And then later on, somebody comes to the store and said that they busted through that drift.
my gosh.
and it was 5 foot tall.
Wow.
When they busted through it. So
I believe it.
There was like nobody on the road last night.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
Yeah, me neither. I would have been at home. I would have been like, I ain't going out for nothing.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, it was blowing my truck all over the road yesterday.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we already talked about that, Nikki. Why don't you pay attention?
Wow. Great.
Dang!
Well, that's what she always tells me.
Oh man, you know, Nikki, ever since you said Sally's always lost during the show, she will never forget that.
Nope. Nope. You will
Nope.
pay dearly for
You
that.
said it.
Yeah.
Oh, Liz says it's been flooding here. Schools are closed. We're fine. Lots of houses are flooded. Ugh.
Oh.
I mean, rain. I mean, you guys are just getting rain upon rain, and it's supposed to rain all week, I guess.
Where at?
In Nashville,
Yeah.
Oh.
Tennessee, Kentucky, Carolinas, all that area. They're supposed to be getting major.
Pigeon Forge is underwater right now. The island.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
They showed an aerial view of it on Facebook yesterday. It was underwater.
I seen something about Palm Springs, California, this morning, and it said it was the wettest day of the year or something, and it's a desert, but it had rivers flowing through it, and it wasn't a river, it was like several rivers,
I think that was the place somewhere I heard last night they had entire months of rain in one day.
Wow.
It's just, yeah.
Crazy.
Liz says they're about 25 minutes from Pigeon Forge. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I mean, you look at the aerial view and you see nothing but water where there should be, like streets and
right.
Oh my goodness, you don't expect that there, but it's happening. All those businesses and homes, it's ridiculous. I feel so bad for them.
Sorry that you guys are having to deal with that, and be safe.
Yeah.
Was it last year or the year before they had the fire? Now they got water.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Don't go jumping in any puddles.
Yeah, because you don't know how deep they are.
This I know. I sunk a car in a puddle before.
Oops. You're jumping a puddle and your neck deep in water. Like, what the?
It was a Buick LeSabre.
How do you do that?
Because we were going down a 2-track, and my ex-husband said, "Oh, I just went down this road yesterday, and there was a puddle." And he says, "Yeah, it's fine. It's shallow." I went in there, and it went all the way up to the windowsill.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh!
And so we had to have somebody pull us out. And like 30 minutes later, it started right up.
Oh my gosh!
Water still pouring out of the floorboards, but it started right up.
Oh my gosh!
See, Joanna did it too, and it was a Buick.
Hey, you gotta be careful driving across those puddles.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
They declared a state of emergency here yesterday.
That's crazy.
I know. I think they're getting soft up here. I mean, it was a pain in the butt, but they had this whole thing they put out by the police department. It's a state of emergency. Don't travel. Okay, well, I know I'm not gonna go driving around, but so they're like, oh yeah. So they didn't even clear the roads in town because they said they were having mechanical difficulty. I'm out there on a 1952 Ford tractor clearing my driveway, and they got all this expensive equipment, and they couldn't keep the roads clear. I'm like, really? Anyway,
yeah. Yeah, I don't even think they tried last night, to tell you the truth.
They didn't try here.
They didn't try here at all.
Yeah.
Like everybody went home for lunch.
I mean, I know it was bad, and I know that you clear it, and in 20 minutes it's gonna be piling back up again. But at the same time, why not try?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they had the kids out of school again today.
Yeah,
Kids are
Brandon's
gonna have
out
to
of
go to
school.
freaking school until July 4th. I'm
Well,
serious.
they've extended his school day by 10 minutes, but he's still going to end up with extra days. I mean,
Yeah.
Jim's like, do you even learn anything because you missed so much school?
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm sure Brandon doesn't mind.
No, he don't care.
That's right, Mom.
Oh my God, you got jelly all over your face.
Hey, Brandon.
Uh,
I'm selling books. Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
Hi,
Brandon.
Bye.
I'm selling a book called The Core.
No, it's called The Cure, and it's about the rock band.
Cool.
This is a cure. Anyway.
I have a book about here.
There you
The
go.
rock band. It is conventional.
Well, now you gotta wash your hands. You got jelly on them.
so what's everybody got going on today?
I got a pack.
Oh, just gotta pack some stuff. And I might try to shoot a video on this auction I went to.
We're gonna do a documentary.
That would be good.
I gotta pack a few things and then I gotta bring everything out here and set up for tonight. So.
Oh my God, my sister-in-law is driving me crazy.
Not driving you crazy.
I gotta mow the yard.
Shut up, Todd.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up, Todd.
Nobody wants to hear your crap.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear you mowing the yard this time of year, okay? Nobody even asked you, Todd.
I gotta mow the yard.
I can't even see my grass.
I know.
All this rain, I have no grass. I have mud.
Yeah.
I can't even see. To leave my driveway, I can't even see. I gotta have Jim go stand on the road to tell me if it's clear or not.
Oh my gosh.
Like somebody posted the other day, thank God it's raining. My mud was getting dehydrated.
Oh my gosh. At least we have blue skies. It's not cloudy.
Yeah, sun's out here. It's like, what is that big thing in the sky? Oh my God.
I just see white.
It's sunny here, but it's below zero.
Yeah. I think our high is supposed to be 11 or something today.
And I don't even think we're supposed to get that warm.
It's actually supposed to get 29 here.
Ooh,
So that'll be good. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Tim says he's sitting with his window open, listening to the birds chirping while I pack.
That's nice, Tim.
I cannot wait till that happens.
We don't really want to hear that.
Yeah, that type of talk gets you banned on this.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Like, not that we're not happy for you, but
Yeah,
keep it to yourself, please.
really
all our
happy
birds
for
are
ya.
frozen.
Yeah, all our birds are dead, frozen solid.
Yeah, ours too.
I can't see out my windows because they're frost from top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't even squirrels. I mean, there's no life whatsoever.
No.
It's like everything's burrowed in a hole.
Morning, Mike.
Yeah, it's -1 here right now, so it warmed up some.
It's chilly here. It's only 51.
I'm gonna kill you.
Todd? Hit that mute button. Anytime.
Somebody needs to wrench his ass.
Supposed to have a high of 63. It's chilly.
Valerie will do it too. Ask Mike.
You poor thing.
We're supposed to get 6 inches of snow. It's 25. It feels like 0.
Thanks,
And the
Hank.
winds are 60 miles per hour.
Yeah, mine says it feels like 0.
Yep, that's what it says.
13 feels like 0.
Ours is 25 feels like 0. How is that? Oh, because of the wind, probably. I was like, how is that possible?
Du-du-du-du.
You best not be talking about me, Mr. Todd.
I didn't say anything. I'm just humming a tune.
Man.
Oh, man.
Where are you? There you are.
No.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, there you go.
She had her finger on the trigger.
Yep, she did. It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time.
Well, he unmuted himself awful fast.
Wow, he knows how to do that.
He has a lot of practice doing that.
Oh.
He's not like Tom who will sit there and talk to himself.
Oh, shush, Tim.
You know what? I would mute you too if I could.
And I'd let her.
That's right, Karen. Not having to mow the lawn and weed eat. But I enjoy doing that. I love doing yard work.
Weed is great. I agree.
It's true. It is.
I'm like, well, what? I totally read that the same way you did.
Read way too far into that one.
My nephew told me how much money I made just because he had just paid me a bunch of money, and then he said, "You're already up to this amount of money." And I was like, "Dang!" I said, "I need to get back. I need to get on that lawn cutting crew of yours this summer." And he said, "Yeah, I got a rider just for you."
There you go.
Nikki's gonna leave us.
You're gonna lose her to the landscaping business.
Yeah.
I
No
think
more
so.
listed and ditch it.
No, I
Let
know.
them
Forget
run
about
her
it.
over.
We'll never see that again.
No.
Oh yes, you will.
Nope.
No, I don't think we will.
It's
Promise,
over.
promise.
It's a done deal.
Let's give her ditch it. We'll be back.
No, Nikki, you should have a new show called Plow It or Mow It.
Yeah, tell her to cut it.
Oh my gosh.
And the reseller workout too. That needs to
Oh yeah, that'll be gone too. We won't have any of this stuff anymore. No more mukbanging. No more nothing.
Honestly, up here in Northern Wisconsin, you really can't expect her to be out walking in the sidewalks, you know.
Yeah, if you are, you're crazy, and they're gonna get picked up by the loony bin.
Summer says, "Hey, Nikki, sounds like your nephew pays better than my pimp."
Yeah, and then like yesterday, he goes, "When were you done?" I said 3:30. He goes, "Okay, so I'll pay you till 4 o'clock." I was like, "Sweet." Thank you, your wise listener. Yeah, he pays me good money.
That's good.
Gave me the second best truck in the fleet. So I don't have any problems. Everybody else got problems with trucks breaking down and plows breaking down.
Well, you better find you some wood if you want to keep making money.
Where's Kimberly? Who's Kimberly?
Borderline hoarderish.
Oh. Yeah, that's her name.
You had to change it up a little bit. Keep
It's
us on our
not
toes.
borderline or horseradish.
And Nitty Gritty Picker says, "Does anybody have a shortcut to edit store categories?" No.
No.
It's a pain in the ass.
Sorry, Kimberly.
There's really no shortcut.
Hank, shh.
Hank says, "Here lies listed or ditch it. Rest in peace."
Yep.
Oh, okay. Now I know who you are.
Oh,
I didn't know that you changed your name. What?
I just got a message.
uh-oh.
Okay.
One of our aunts died.
Oh.
No.
I'm
Who?
sorry.
Aunt Cora.
Oh. That's sad.
Is
She
she
was
your
old.
aunt or Sally's aunt?
My
But
our aunt. I almost
I
fell into
claim
that one,
her.
damn it. Yeah.
Aw, sorry, guys.
That's a
Sorry,
shame.
guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Was she white or Chinese or black or?
She was
Oh,
white.
boy.
She was on my mom's side of the
Okay.
family.
No, I'm just.
It was on her mom's side.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh,
Yeah, she was
sorry,
white.
Ed, I swear.
She was
Oh, she.
she was elderly. She was I want to say late 80s, 90s.
Was she the one that you stayed with, Sally?
No,
No.
Oh.
that was our great aunt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kimberly said, not to take away with what you're saying, but she said, remember, I love Jack and Sally as much as you. Dork, you are fired. Sally, she called you a dork.
I am.
She is. She knows it. She accepts it.
I put off my taxes till the last.
Yeah, may she rest in peace. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
You know, the sad thing, as the older we get, the more people we lose. You know, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the truth.
Like we go to more funerals than we do weddings and baby showers.
That's the truth. I mean, as I get older, my dad gets older, all my aunts and uncles are, older, and
Yep.
that's just what happens,
Mhm.
But she was the oldest. No, she wasn't the oldest daughter.
Yeah.
But
No.
I think she was the second. She was the second born.
Jody was oldest, right?
Yeah.
There's so many people in my mom's family. Oh my gosh. It's so hard to keep track of them all. Who did you get the message from?
Becky.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Did she live in California too?
She did, yeah. Yeah, she just recently went to a nursing. I would say probably about a year ago.
Yeah.
She went to a nursing home, and her husband's still alive.
And he still lives at home?
I don't know. I'm not sure if they both went. But her husband, Odell, his last name is Smith, and he came from the Smith Corona typewriter.
Oh, wow.
His family was part of that.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, she did live a good life. It's a good long life. It sounds like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She did.
Ooh, that's awful.
Mm.
Hi, Jill.
Hi, Jill. Oh, that's awful, Liz.
It is. I remember my kids when they were in school. One of my daughters, her friend's mom committed suicide, and oh God, how horrible for that kid. I couldn't even imagine everything you have to deal with as a kid, and then your mom commits suicide. What the hell?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to me, those are just selfish people. I'm sorry, but just the way I
Well,
feel about it.
some people just don't realize that you can get through anything
Right.
eventually. You know, I mean, yeah, we all have problems, but I just can't imagine anything in my life that would make me want to end my life.
Me neither. And
I mean,
and
I
like
feel,
you just wait a day, just wait a
yeah,
day. It gets better, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. And I mean, even and in
Girl.
this business that we're in, sometimes it can feel like, oh my God, I'm never going to get out of this hole I'm in, like a financial hole or whatever. Some people get into a financial hole that they feel like they're never going to get out of. Like right now, we're paying off some medical bills, and
Mhm.
it feels like I'm never going to get out of that hole of this
Right.
medical bill. And
Hmm.
we're living, just as cheaply as possible so that we can get this paid off and whatever. And yeah, it feels like I'm going to have to live like this forever, and it sucks and whatever. But eventually it's going to be paid off, and then life is going to be back to normal and everything's going to be fine.
Yeah,
But some people can't process that. They can't look beyond, they just feel like they're in that hole that's never going to end, and they can never get out of it.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, definitely, and I'll be the first one to say, I contemplated suicide after Mike died.
Mhm.
It would have been the stupidest thing to do, but I was in such a depressed,
Yeah,
state that I didn't know what to do. And I
yeah,
didn't have anybody. I didn't have, you know, um anybody. I mean, I had people on YouTube. I had, family that I could talk to, but nobody understood, you
yeah,
know,
Right.
what was going on.
Right.
yeah.
So it was really difficult.
Hmm.
It was really difficult to not do that. I mean, I basically had to, put my gun in one area and bullets in another because, that's how close I came.
Right.
Yeah,
Um,
Sometimes, it's. I know, like sometimes, you say it is selfish, but sometimes your mind goes to a place where you never ever thought it would go.
yeah,
And
right.
things happen. So
yeah.
yeah.
And like with Valerie, I was good friends with Valerie back then. And I didn't know that was going on with her. She didn't say anything. So and of course I wasn't around her like every day, every day, every day. So I couldn't see it in her. Um and I'm the type of person that, when somebody loses somebody like that, I didn't want to keep bringing it up, or
right.
I
Right.
wasn't sure how to broach the subject with her. Like, I mean, I would message her and ask her how she's doing or whatever. But beyond that, if she didn't like reach out and say something, I had no clue.
Right.
And after she told me that she was going through this, I felt so bad and so guilty that I didn't see that. But I mean, some of us just don't, we don't see
Mhm.
that, and because I told her one time, I remember telling her one time how impressed I was at how she was handling everything,
Mhm.
and how she was getting through it and stuff, because I honestly thought that she was actually getting through it pretty good.
Mhm.
I didn't know, you know,
Yeah.
and so sometimes when you're feeling like that, yeah, you don't want to be, some people don't want to say it or whatever. They don't want to look like they're looking for attention or something. But if you are getting into that funk, please tell your friends,
Right.
because your friends love you and care about you. And let me tell you, I mean, I feel guilty as hell that I never caught that.
Right.
And because here I say I'm her good friend, but apparently I wasn't good enough to see it.
But I hid it from a lot of people. I mean, a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
of people had no clue.
Yeah.
And you know, and that was the thing. I knew what it was. I knew I was depressed. I knew that I was contemplating, you know, suicide had, you know, popped on my head, you know, several times. I knew that was an issue. So that's when I started kind of reaching out, and, you know, I had to tell people because apparently, you know, I hid it really well.
Right.
Yeah, you did.
So
Yeah, 'cause
I had to start telling people about it because, you know, they needed to be aware of what was going on. I
Right.
felt like they needed to be aware of what was happening, and you know, I don't know.
Yeah. And I always tell people who are in that situation that have just lost somebody or whatever, I'm always here to talk to. Please talk to me.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
and I
Yep.
truly am. I mean, if you call me in the middle of the night and you can't handle what's going on in your life, I will talk to you. I'm not a great advice giver all the time on stuff that I don't know about, but I'm always here to listen, you know. And sometimes that's all people need.
Right.
But if somebody doesn't contact you, you just don't know. 'Cause
I
like
will.
I said,
I will tell you, there was
I
so
was
many people
impressed
that
with
said,
Valerie.
there was so many people that said, if you need to talk, just give me a call. I'm not
Yeah.
that type of person.
Right.
I'm not gonna just call you.
Yeah.
You know, you know, and I know that now. So I'm like, you know, if somebody, you know, is having trouble, I try to be the one to call them.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I will tell you straight up, especially being secluded here, the biggest thing for me was getting text messages. That was
Yeah.
the worst thing anybody could do because nobody wanted to talk to me.
Mhm.
That was horrible, horrible.
Yeah.
So pick up the phone and call somebody, even if you don't like to talk on the phone.
In my defense, at the time, I did not have.
Lori.
Bye,
Have a good
Lori.
night.
Bye.
Bye, Lori.
Good night.
Bye,
We'll watch you
Lori.
tonight. Yeah. So, you know, just
Well, I think sometimes too, it's like having a bad tooth. You know, yeah, you could probably fix it yourself, but wouldn't it be better sometimes to go to somebody who really has the tools to fix a tooth and has experience with dealing with a lot of teeth in similar situations?
right.
That's why sometimes people, I don't want to go see a professional because that means I'm nuts. Well, it doesn't mean you're nuts. Go see somebody about something you're going through, and they will give you the tools for all. But most of them will be professionals be able to help you get through it. They can't get you. No one can get you through something
No.
like that.
Like Kimberly.
It helps, but if somebody can give you specific tools that other people have tried and been successful with, I mean, it's very helpful to speed up the process. Because if you get into one of these funks to the point where it gets suicidal, that could be approaching a chemical imbalance. You know, that needs to be managed either with intensive, you know, therapy and medicine. You know, so that's the thing. Sometimes don't be afraid to seek the help of a medical or a mental health person. And also, it's of all types of doctor visits, you know, it's not like they're going to put you through chemotherapy or something that's going to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is going to be something that's maybe $100 and change a visit or something, and could save your life.
Right.
That's what I would say to
Absolutely. I agree.
The other thing too is sometimes depression and anxiety go hand in hand, and people with anxiety, they don't want to bother people. They feel like they're always bothering people, so they won't reach out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, for anybody who's listening, I am terrible at seeing if there's something wrong with people. So if you are having issues and you need to talk to somebody, please call me, text me, whatever, because I am always here to listen, especially if it means life or death.
Yeah.
I love all of my friends, and I am here for you.
We love you too, Nikki.
We love you too, Nikki.
I love you too, Nikki.
Even
But
though
I
you're
am
putting
terrible,
the ass
like I said.
Even though you're mean
Like I
to me,
said,
I still love you.
and that means everybody in the chat too. And I am like I said, I am horrible at reading if something's going on most of the time. So you have to
If
like
you,
pick one
anybody
out.
needs Nikki's number, I can give it to you because I have it. You can prank call her in the middle of the night.
Wow, you're so nice.
No.
You're the best friend ever.
And then if you ever need it.
That's one thing I read one time because a friend of mine, somebody had passed away in their life, and I didn't know what to do. This was another friend, and I looked it up on Google, and this one thing that said, don't just say is there anything I can do? Just do.
Just do it, right?
Just do
But
it. That's
honestly, I
right.
don't know what to do.
Right.
I'm one of those people that I have no clue what to say to somebody if I have not been through it. I mean, sure, I can sit here and tell you all about when my mom died, when my brother died, when my sister died. Yes, I've had a lot of loss, a lot of horrible losses. I had a niece die, but I have not had a husband die. I've not had a kid die, thank God. You know, so it's all different. I mean, I can tell you about my experiences with that, but that's about all I can do. You know, I mean, yeah, I know all the stages of grief and all this and that, but each person that we lose, that's a different type of grief.
Yeah.
You know, me losing my mom or my sister or my brother, yes, that's devastating. But I would imagine losing my husband or my child is way more devastating.
Yeah.
You know,
And everyone grieves differently too.
and everybody,
Sure.
yeah, and like Valerie, I didn't know. And some of my other friends, you know, I just don't know what to say. And are you going to be bringing up? I mean, like when my mom died, for instance, I'll use this as an example. For at least a year after my mom died, people were coming up to me, "Oh, I'm so sorry about your mom. Oh, I'm so sorry about your mom. You know, your mom was such a great person." Honestly, I didn't want to hear that.
Right.
It's like just leave it alone. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't. I mean, yeah, when it happened, I talked about it and whatever. But after a while, it was like, stop bringing it up. I don't want to keep bringing it up. Or like every year on my brother's birthday, or my brother on the day my brother passed away, or whatever, his old girlfriend posts pictures, posts things about my brother and stuff. I completely stay off of my Facebook for about a week during those times. I don't even look at my Facebook because she floods the Facebook with all this stuff. Even though she's with a wonderful man now, who she's probably going to marry and be happy with the rest of her life, she still does this. And honestly, I mean, I'm already feeling it. I know when the death of my brother was. I know when his birthday was, and I feel it. And I don't need to go onto Facebook and see it. You know what I mean? So I'm the kind of person that, yeah, when it happens or whatever, sure, you know, we can bring it up and talk about it. But I don't want it to keep coming up all the time. You know, like my brother, I mean, my sister was sickly. So, I mean, it was almost thankful that she passed away. Not that I'm not upset about it. But once you watch somebody suffer for so many years with this disease and stuff, you almost thank God that they took her, you know,
Right.
even though she was only 44. But my brother was full of life. He was so-called healthy, never was sick, you know, and he was only 44 also. So, I mean, it was very devastating when my brother, and plus I was closer to my brother than I was my sister, but it was devastating to see him pass away because he was healthy, you know? So yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's like for so many, I mean, my brother, like I said, he passed away, 8 years ago, and she still puts all these pictures and stuff up. And it just makes, every time I talk about my brother, I mean, I'm trying to fight it right now. I cry. I don't like it. And so sometimes, like me, I don't want to keep bringing it up. But other people like that. Like Valerie, she likes talking about her husband. She likes, you know, and blah, 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 you know. And that's fine. That's two different people dealing with grief two different ways.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah.
So
I mean, like
basically,
yesterday,
for you just basically have to, you know, when that time is coming up that she's going to be doing that, you just have to, you know, not be on Facebook.
yeah, exactly. And that's what I do. And like, I mean, like yesterday we laughed about my brother this one time. My mom had a cast on. She had fallen and broken her arm. she ended up, I don't remember. I think she had a boot also on her foot because she had like infection in her foot at the time. She was a raging diabetic. And then she also was put in the hospital, and then she was in the hospital, and we were there visiting her. She was in the hospital for probably a heart issue. That's usually what she was in for. And this was back when the nurses carried pills around on a tray. And we were sitting there talking, and the nurse goes, "Man, you really got stuff going on here." And he goes, "Yeah, my mom's just a nympho." And and we're like, "What?" And I thought the nurse was going to drop her tray of pills. And he goes, "Yeah, nymphomaniac." And we're like, he goes, "She's got the arm thing, the foot thing, and now this." You know, and we're like, "Do you mean hypochondriac?" I mean, it was so hilarious. You know, and I don't mind doing things like that, like bringing up memories or whatever, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, to just continuously hashing it out, you know, talking about it, bringing it up all the time, you know, I don't care for that myself, but that's just me. And then other people, they want to talk about it.
Right.
You know, I enjoy talking about quick little snippets like that about my brother or whatever, because he was freaking hilarious like that. But yeah, other than that, I prefer just not to deal with it, really.
And there's a lot of people that don't like to talk about it, you know, and I'm sure that, you know, there's probably people that don't like to hear about, you know, about Mike or just my little, because I say it a lot, you know, Mike used to say this or you know, he used to do this or whatever, you know, and I really don't care.
Right.
It really doesn't bother me. And I'm sorry if it bothers you, but I'm still going to talk about it.
And you know, the really messed up part is I had worked at mental health facility. I worked with mentally not okay people. My ex-husband was mentally not okay. And then Valerie tells me that she has depression and, you know, and stuff like that. And I did not know what to do or say.
Yeah.
I had no idea how to react to that.
Right.
I mean, I just tried to talk to her.
Yeah.
You know, but I didn't even know what to say to her.
Yeah. There really wasn't anything that anybody could have said or done or, you know, I mean, it was just something I had to go through, you know, and thankfully I didn't, you know, take the chicken shit way out and, you know, and kill myself. I'm so glad I didn't do that, you know, but.
And that's another thing. I am not a depressed person, believe it or not. I am honestly never depressed. I mean, I like if I have a fight with my husband, I yell or whatever, and it's over to me. I have bills or whatever. I know eventually I'll get through them, and everything will be back to normal, or another bill will come up. I take things just it rolls off my back most of the time. I'm not a depressed person, you know, or if somebody says something to me that pisses me off, I yell or I tell my friends or whatever about it, and then it's over with.
Yeah.
I don't think about stuff. So for me to be able to see people in depression, I have no clue. I'm not a depressed person at all, you know.
Julie or Jill.
So yeah, I don't see it, you know.
You can't say anything about The Walking Dead because Nikki hasn't watched it yet.
Seen it.
No spoilers. I know.
We can talk about it tomorrow.
To get off the show and go watch the shit already.
Didn't that guy die?
We can talk about it tomorrow.
Oh my God! You didn't see where Michonne died?
Didn't that guy die?
Michonne.
Yeah, right.
It was so sad.
No.
And then they killed Judith too right after that.
Yep.
You're okay, Jill. I didn't see anything. You're all right.
Like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it could be an inheritance.
The Walkers ain't one of the Whisperer's babies. You guys didn't see that yet? Oh my god!
Nikki
I'm
did.
hanging up
Oh
now.
my gosh. Oh my gosh.
No, I'm gonna watch it in a little while. I just thought talking to my friends was more important than TWD. Sorry.
Oh, boy. And then Norman
There
Reedus
is.
shot a
Just what you
Nikki
get
Norman
for
Reedus
thinking.
shot a tree with his crossbow, and it ricocheted him in the head.
There is something more important than TWD, and it is my friends.
Barry says we know Michelle didn't die. Jim would be crying.
Yeah.
True that. He's got one of those McFarlane action figures on his nightstand on his side. No, you got the one on the nightstand on your side of the bed.
Yeah, I actually got two other bigger ones. Yeah.
That'd
He
be
looks at
awesome.
Michonne at night before he goes to sleep.
He blows her
I
kiss.
have a katana by my bed.
There you go.
There you go.
I have a fireman axe.
Oh yeah, he's got a fireman axe on the bed.
I have a katana by my bed in the corner, and then I also have a machete hanging from my wall right next to my bed.
I got a double barrel shotgun with some shells in it right by our bed.
Yeah, but you know what? Firearms malfunction.
That's true.
Knife always starts.
I'm playing that PWD something world, one world or whatever.
On Go or
And it's
whatever,
like
but you're
Pokemon Go, yeah. I'm playing that, and I'm Michonne on there, and like Daryl is like my favorite hero on there, and yeah, I've been playing that. I love that. I play it all the time.
Me too.
Mary says Nick has a Klingon battle axe. That's cool.
Oh man, if I could find a Michonne Cortana, I would totally have one.
All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up for the day. I hope everybody has a great Monday. Thanks for all the talk today. It was really good. I'm sorry it wasn't, on a better note, but those things have got to be talked about,
It's real life.
I mean, it's real life, and it happens, and
The kids he uses it to kill dragons.
Oh my gosh, someone breaks in here and they're only getting shot. Oh my gosh.
They're just getting shot.
And they're breaking into your homes. Yeah, right.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
hug the ones you love, definitely. I never let anybody go away without telling them I love them, my family.
If I don't get somebody into a bunch of pieces, they're gonna have lots of scrape marks on them.
Because honestly,
because my shit's not sharp enough.
When my mom passed away, this one more thing. When my mom passed away, that's one thing us kids said was, everybody when their parents or somebody some loved one passes away, they wonder, God, did that person know that I loved them, or did I, were we fighting, or they stop and think about that stuff, and it worries them. But that's one thing us kids knew, was that my mom knew we loved her, and yeah, so we didn't have that guilt to deal with. So yeah, make sure you mend fences with your family and tell people you love that you love them.
Yep.
And just make sure that they know it.
Yep. Very true.
You're dealing with enough stuff when somebody dies. You don't need to deal with that guilt too.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if they are an nymphomaniac.
That's right.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
That's fine.
That nurse laughed so damn hard. I thought she was gonna lose all of her pills. I mean, so funny. Oh, Mom, you're just a nympho.
All right, guys. I love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Love y'all.
Bye. Love you guys.